Hey folks, and welcome to part 4 of the Super Mario Bros. 3 playthrough, and welcome to the land of the giants. This is Tiny Huge Island, the origin story, if you want to call it that, because basically everything here is huge. The enemies are huge, some of the platforms are huge, and just overall, just people, I think I know the reason why people are kind of like obsessed over this, like this being their favorite world. Number one is easy. Number two is just, I guess, the aesthetics of the world. You know, everything in it just looks so pleasing to the eyes. But yeah, this is regarded as I stated before, everyone's favorite world. To me, it's okay. The giant aesthetic is pretty nice to look into, and plus, it's pretty easy now that you've gotten over the water level. It's a pretty swift transition, in my opinion, anyway. And man, those red piranhas, they are so annoying. They really are. But yeah, as I stated before, if Tiny Huge Island from Mario 64 had an origin, this would be the origin, because this is where, in my opinion, where it all started. They must have got inspiration from Super Mario 64. And when I say inspiration, I mean that Super Mario 64 got an inspiration from this to make that Tiny Huge Island, because you're gonna see what I mean. I thought I was done with fishes, you jerk. Go ahead and get away from me. Don't start that. I just got over the other one. I don't need you to start your crap again. I thought I was done with that last part, but I guess not. But anyway, star power. Gonna go ahead and make quick work of this, but that's that part we just passed is a little it's a small reminiscence of the first Super Mario when you're crossing that bridge. I think it's World 2-2 when you're crossing the bridge and you got all the flying fishes, all the flying cheeps coming after you. And yeah, there was no point of you even moving at all. But yeah, the bigger the enemies are, in my opinion, there's the cloud again. But the bigger the enemies are, in my opinion, is the easier they are to take care of. That's at least in my opinion, folks. Like the bigger they are, the harder they fall. In my opinion, that's my opinion. But we're filling out these little pages of power-ups pretty quickly. As long as you, use it pretty. Oh man, that was close. As long as you don't use them as much, you can fill out those as quickly as possible here. But man, that was close. But yeah, as I stated before, as long as you know what you're doing, especially particularly in this world, it's gonna be so easy to pass by. It really is. Like if you don't make too many mistakes, then you're gonna be okay. You really will be. But yeah, I'm just going through this at a casual pace here, folks. Enjoying the world and the aesthetics. But anyway, just to go off a quick tangent right quick, folks. I hope you really enjoyed the Ape Escape 3 playthrough. It's kind of it was a little sad for me to end that, because I've been working on that for so long. It just felt bizarre ended it where it was. But you know, all playthroughs come to an end, unfortunately. You know, no matter if you're having a good time with it or not, they all end. But that part right there was just making me nervous, because I thought I was gonna, it happened before, where, you see how that wooden platform just kind of bounced? Yeah, it bounced before, and it led me to my death, so I was kind of a little cautious when it came to dealing with that. But you see they have those red mushroom houses. They hold some rare items within there. It's mostly like tanuki suits and whatnot. And you have the rare item of it's like an anchor as an item. The only thing that does is just hold the ship from flying away, because if you lose, like if you lose at a castle battle, as I did in the previous part against Wendy, if you lose, that airship flies away. So you have to pretty much just those flames just used to trip me out as a kid, but the flames act just like a ghost. So if you look towards the flame, they won't come any closer to you, but if you look away, then they're gonna come close to you. And those flames are you can't hit them or anything unless you have like star power or something like that. But yeah, those ships, as I mentioned before, they just fly off if you lose the battle with the boss at that castle. So you have to chase down the ship. The anchor holds the ship down from pretty much going anywhere else in case you lose. So it's kind of a fail-safe if you want to think of it. But yeah, if you want to think of it that way, it's a fail-safe. But yeah. But basically, yeah, I was just getting back to the previous tangent what I was talking about. Yeah, Ape Escape, I was a little sad for it to go. That's why I'm kind of hoping for another Ape Escape. I know I keep saying this over and over again, and I know you're probably tired of hearing that. At the time of this recording, about it was last night actually, and I had no particular interest at all, but PlayStation had like a live event, and I heard it was such a snore fest. I'm glad I didn't really pay attention. I only got the highlights from my Twitter feed. Thank you, Twitter. You should be following me at Twitter, by the way, Mr. Awesome Sean. But anyway, yeah, I heard it was such a bore, though. Like, they really didn't, like, they announced stuff, like, people already pretty much knew about the Monster Hunter and stuff like that. They announced, like, a Bloodborne 2, I think, which I have the original, by the way. I need to get to that. I was hoping I was saving that for a live stream event. But anyway, Bloodborne 2, Soul Calibur 6, which actually has me pretty pumped. They're supposed to premiere next year, hopefully. That's what it says at least, but you never know what can go wrong. Okay, so they had Soul Calibur 6. What else did they show off? I'm trying to remember because I follow Maximilian Dude, and his reaction to that was just I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything else right now. But oh, the Medieval series are getting a revival. That's pretty good. They're getting like the Crash Bandicoot remastered. Yeah, they're getting kind of like that treatment, which is actually a pretty good time for me to get into the Medieval series because I never played it before. Yeah, I know. It's a bunch of games I never really played before on the PlayStation. I only had that hand-selected few, which was like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, my experience with that stuff and whatnot. Even though I never really beat the Spyro game, I haven't played all three for some reason or another. Even though I wasn't really particularly interested in Spyro, but I still played it. But now, this gives me a good opportunity to go back into Spyro and see what's so good about the Spyro games. Even though I've seen playthrough on it, it's good to pretty much experience the playthrough when it comes to certain games like that on its own. But yeah, these bullet bills, oh man, they kind of like they kind of like home. They kind of like they'll flash for a minute and then they'll kind of like reverse. It's kind of weird. Does that happen in any other Mario games? I don't recall. Like where a bullet bill turns around. Oh, Super Mario. Well, those are Torpedo Teds. Those are totally different enemies. Well, is it any other instant for which oh, by the way, like, I don't think you should ever get a game over in Super Mario Brothers 3. But from time and time again, people have proved me wrong. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, yeah, Torpedo Ted, I don't know if that, oh, the new Super Mario Brothers does it. Okay, so yeah, it does happen more than just in this game. Okay, I thought so. Ah, man, that flashing. But anyway, yeah, folks, I got a nice little thing of items here. The only reason why I'm doing this stage is because I want the red mushroom. And I believe you need to complete the stage anyway in order to open up the route to the castle, unless it was another fortress in the way, which I believe it was. But yeah, the only reason I'm doing this is because, yeah, I want another Tanuki suit. I know, I'm greedy. And this part right here, I never learned from this part. This is like my 5th time trying this sequence right here, even though it doesn't really look like it. But yeah, if you go through, this stage has a special gimmick with that. If you go through certain doors, you can transverse between this stage right here really solidifies the tiny big island. Yeah, so you can go through the doors and transfer. Like you can go through, you can switch through like which one you want to go through. Like the big island, little island, it's all up to you. But yeah, this is right here is the true origin of the tiny huge island. Man, I can't wait to get to Super Mario 64. I love that game. Oh, by the way, I did mention to you folks that I'm not tackling Sunshine. I'm gonna leave that up to D because I stated before to you folks, Sunshine, it's a okay game, but it's not a game that I prefer to play. So since that's one of D's favorite Mario, 3D Mario games, I'm gonna go ahead and let him tackle that game. In this part right here, in this stage, I had a tough time transversing through as well because me rushing. That's all it was, just me rushing, not taking my time like I should, and I eventually just paid for it by consequences of just not taking your time. But anyway, yeah, I had a little problem going through and trying to get up into this platform. Anyway, I had a little difficulty trying to do that. I was trying to use the skeleton to see if I could get some extra leverage, but they wasn't really doing nothing but being a nuisance. So I was just keep trying and trying and error. But yep, and I messed that up. And oh man, I palm slap. I was trying to, like I stated before, finally got enough room where I can freaking fly and stay up. Good thing the duration on the flying time is pretty acceptable, pretty normal. So I'm grateful for that. And the Tanuki suit or the Super Leaf power up don't make a return until the Super Mario 3D Land. I think that's when it's make its return. Hmm. I'll eventually get to that. I gotta get a 3DS recorder. So yeah, it's the matching game again. I told you folks I'm gonna be doing the matching as much as I can when it comes to the matching anyway. So I don't know why. I just like playing the matching game. But yeah, we're at the castle already. That was pretty quick. What the heck is that? Looks like a dinosaur with a crown on its head. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just transfer through this. I think this ship right here, in my opinion, is the least brutal. I think, in my opinion. I don't know. It could be, pretty. All these ships in general are just brutal. That's why, man. The transition of the music in Mario Galaxy, even though I haven't played it, I seen other people let's play it, and it looks just gorgeous. Like, I'm surprised they actually brought that theme back. And that, that whole game just reeks of nostalgia, which why I'm pretty pumped for. Well, I've been pumped to play Odyssey. It's been out for quite some time now. I think about a month or two at the time of this recording since Odyssey been out. And see, I'm jamming out to the I'm jamming out to the ship theme because it's just so good to me, and I'm just jamming out, having a good time playing this game. So that's the beauty of games, folks. I mean, not only if it's a stress reliever for some people, but you can have a genuinely good time playing it. Just go on a short little tangent. There's been a song stuck in my head for quite some time, and I want to get to it soon. I don't know what I'm doing is lagging, but the Tekken 6 Mystical Forest theme, I highly recommend, folks. Like, if you like peaceful, somber music, I wholeheartedly recommend you listen to that. It's so good. At least to me in my ears, it's so good to listen to. And that's been stuck in my head for a couple of days now. It's kind of to the point where it's slightly annoying because I've been working and that's been popping in my head and I find myself humming it. But it's a good beat to hum to, so you can't be all that mad. And why don't all of those have like all of those have, like, I saw the little question mark at the end, where you could get a power up just in case if you mess up. Why don't all of those have those at the end? That's just the rare occurrences for this one, I guess. I figured they guess you mess up so bad that you're gonna need it, but I really didn't need it. I only got hit once, so that's good on my part. And I'm trying not to think about it now because it's kind of popping in my head, the Tekken 6 beat anyway. But I'm probably gonna listen to it after this part. It's over with. I might as well just to get it out of my head a little bit. But yeah, folks, that's gonna do it for this part. Join me in part 5 where we go to the sky, and oh boy,